Good fun night of Counter-Strike Confederation. I am your friendly neighborhood bottom fragger Smokey, and alongside me is my good friend Nexus. Nexus, how are you doing tonight, big dog?
We are chilling.
Yes, sir. Chilling like a couple of villains. Our lovely observer RJ Saurus will be hosting us tonight as we take alongside two good contender teams, the Watchers facing off against the Fraggin Frogs. This is still the preseason going on, preseason match day 2, so we're just big chilling. Both teams ironing out the kinks and finalizing their rosters. So it should be a pretty good, interesting match that we'll see over here on Anubis as we see an immediate tactical timeout taken by the ABW side. Interesting. Maybe they are devising something, scheming something, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, preseason is literally just that, right? Teams kind of getting together, hoping to just work things out. Finally, get the roster down. I think after tonight, are when more cuts are going to be made for the rest of the tier. We already had some cuts from Premier, and now this is where the rest of the league really comes into play. And I'm really liking the tactical timeout right out, like immediately off the bat. That was a really close piss around. We did start a little bit delayed, but as long as we get the game, that's all that really matters there so far. But yeah, it was down to a 1v1. I think Bishop Mage got 3 kills and almost won the round, but with a lack of a kit, didn't work out there. But now we're into the second round. Pistols out the wazoo and a bunch of max 10s from the T side.
Let's say the CT side being very aggressive. I do love it. A very quick push towards Canal. Virgil gets both of them with the AK get, make it a triple. And they're going to get the bomb plant, and it's all up to Potter and Doug to make something out of this. Potter drops, gets absolutely demolished by Wakeful, and all up to Doug. Doug's just probably going to just hang around, maybe get an exit with his Deagle. No, never mind. He's got the P250? Yeah, he gets one. He's able to grab a rifle real quick, but denied by Wakeful's Mac. And that's another solid score for the Frogs.
Yeah, and it's about as clean as you can realistically get it to be. Mac 10 should be, jumping around corners, making a lot of space for these long range rifles. Just really just how the second round buy really goes. And it really is dependent on that first pistol round. If you get all the T's down, you can definitely justify a force buy. You can definitely buy some MP9s, maybe a FAMAS. We did see that update come in pretty recently. But I think, the CT side just opted to get these M4s out first, barring Wilson, who's using the FAMAS anyway. Potter going for a very aggressive A main push, Smokey.
Oh, yeah, aggressive indeed. And he's going to turn his tail and not make it out alive as Virgil punishes him. A gamble made and a gamble lost. Let's see if Orca can make up for it. Gets one, but lights up 2 more. And this definitely assuades the Frogs from pushing even more. The 2 of them are down lit. Virgil down to what? 24 hit points. It's up to Matt and Pavix to try to spearhead this operation. Doug, Bishop, and Worston have all full health.
I like how they really are slowing down. They got that first opening pick, a lot of exchange going on that A bomb site, and then they paused. The bomb still dropped somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but Doug coming in from this middle play. A really good attempt from the CT side, proactive place. And they might have spotted the shoulder there too, Smokey, and they hear the noise.
Oh, yeah, they're going to hear him running, and Virgil's might get him on the jump up here. He sees a shoulder peek, but Doug gets him anyway. And I did see a gamble made it, a gamble lost by Potter, but he actually made this round. And Doug, once again, another kill to his name. My lord.
This is a really good attempt at CT side aggression there. Potter going to hyper aggressive for the A main push, ended up falling back, but at the last possible second, which netted the T side the opening frag. But it was because of Doug's mid push that really solidified that round. It saved the round. It helped really highlight the CT side aggression. And still going to be a buy on both sides of the team, but we do have an op onto Wakeful. Now, if you know Wakeful, you know that they are very consistent and very solid op.
Let's see if Wakeful can cook. I'm always excited to see him with the op, especially if anybody in CSC. Orga taking a lot of damage over here towards mid. Might get a little bit more aggressive. Oh, peeking out, taking even more damage. Might want to back off. He's gotten a little bit of information, but the round is still young. He can go down very quickly here and give up that middle spot. Virgil trying to peek with a deagle. Yeah, I love to see it. Virgil not finding anything, but that's fine. They'll slowly make their way up to mid as Matt peeks around for A main.
Look at Doug pushing into B, though. This is some very hyper aggression from the CT side. We saw it before, and it's going to happen again. Wooston picking up the first.
Wooston gets 2. There we go. Wakeful 41 gets one with an op on the Bishop. And it's going to be a 4 on 3. They're trying to crack it open this A site, but it's not really working out to their favor. Matt gets flash, he has to fall back just a tad, and this CT side is ready for them as they make their way in. Oh, Matt, nice opening kill. The swing out, and Covey gets him.
They're not expecting this flank from Doug as well. No one's looking for this A main push. It is smoked off, so Doug has a timing and can push through the smoke, and Wakeful should be aware of it, but no one's watching for it. This flash is going to give their position away to help them push out into the site here, and it doesn't matter. Matt picks up Wooston, but Doug onto the first. Can he get the second? He cannot.
Ah, not quite. It was a close one. Almost a perfect execution, too, I will say. He had the right he had the right idea in mind, just unfortunately didn't fall into his favor.
It was a little bit ill-timed as well. They went a little bit too slow there on that flank. You have to pick up the pace a little bit faster there. And it almost didn't really go their way, barring the attempt from Covey and I believe it was Matt to get the double opening kills onto the A bomb site after that failed cat split from middle.
Yeah, if that if that lurking from A main had come in maybe just like a half a second faster, I think they could have been a very much better possibility of them making the clutch.
Definitely, but we do have a mid push here. Covey's holding it down, making sure that these guns don't get retrieved, and a molly to really solidify the pistols from pushing any further. The bomb's going into the B bomb site. It should be a clear set round here, Smokey.
Oh, clear indeed. Orca can maybe try to go for some exits. They have full health, but Potter and Wooston, they're going to have to save what little they have. They don't have any armor, but they also might try to go for an exit. Orca go. There we go. There's Orca's exit. That's all they need. Gonna get a little aggressive, poking his side. Interesting. Got the AK and a molly to burn them out, but I would have saved that for next round.
They also picked up an op.
Okay.
Wooston has an op coming
They're pushing in the side already.
Wait!
Orca getting what? Orca getting another, and Wooston finishing it up, and they're able to get. They're holding it down. They should be able to get this. It's gonna be close.
It is very close, no kid, and I think it comes down to the wire, and they managed to get it, Smokey.
Oh my goodness, I thought they were just going to get the exit and fall off, but no, they get 2 AKs and an op, and the round win, bringing this to a 1-point score.
Yeah, money out, they're flush with cash coming into this 6th round, but on top of that, that mid-fight really was decided for the T side to really dictate what they needed to do. Push into the B side, and they couldn't contain all the guns together, so the CT side just had to wait. They waited for the bomb to get planted, they waited to group up together, and they moved as a unit. That's what the CT side is about. Not singular plays happening every single time, but team-oriented movement.
Wooston trying to connect with the op, doesn't make it, but that's fine. He's going to have plenty of more shots coming to him in mid. Smoke goes out, as well as the rest of Util, trying to make something out of this. Util going down, Potter and Pavix gets trades. Matt trying to push towards the site. Doug gets 1, 2, 3. Bishop Mage, one for them as well. And it's just Wakeful with the Tech 9.
Oh, and they know they're low too. That HE was supposed to deter them. This is going to be a good round for the CT set to really win, only losing out on Orca. Wakeful's just hoping to get up and pick another kill, but it doesn't matter. Bishop Mage to really close it out there. And I like that solid hold from Doug and Bishop. They knew that mid was compromised. Orca, a former teammate of mine, a really great calmer, knows exactly what they need to calm and how to calm it. And the rest of the team picked up on that. We also had Wooston, I believe, towards the camera that picked up a kill there to help really stop that Palace rush. It was a really good attempt from the T side, though. Tech 9s all bunched up together. It just didn't work out because of the heroics from the CT side.
Hopefully we see some more op-on-op action as Wakeful buys another one. It'll be interesting to see if he can cook with it again. Covey making a little peek play towards on the B main. Maybe getting a little bit of information. Matt gets some chip damage, but he's okay. Still has 75 hit points. Typical Util goes down, trying to dissuade anybody poking from dark. Gets the reload in. See if Wakeful gets the boost, and he does.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now they
Gotta
know.
back off. Yeah.
Look at Doug again, pushing deep into B main. A molly to really stop them from pushing in. That's Wakeful off the angle, a flash to deter them as well. This is just Doug being a nuisance. We have some more support coming in from Bishop Mage, the 2 B-side defenders, but Wakeful has the cross, and he gets it, but not after Doug gets the first kill. Smokey, what is going on?
It is absolute insanity. It is a 3-on-4. Now a 3-on-3 as Matt makes a play from dark. He could probably get another one if he's able to get Wooston. Wooston peeking with the op. Doesn't make the connection, but that's just even more information gathered as this T side decides to back off. Orca making another play, pushing all the way towards the B main, but they're all wrapping all the way around.
They have bomb, and A-side is completely free for taking. They just need to get this bomb across.
No, they
Spot has been
spot him and they
spotted.
miss. Wakeful trying to run across Matt's screen. And now 30 seconds left on the clock. They know they've got to go for an A push. Virgil's got this site locked down. Oh, the missed flash. So they'll get the bomb down, and this retake is very possible. No
Virgil
util
with the first.
Wooston with the trade though. Nice deagle shot or nice op shot. Jiggy with it. Wakeful gets the hit, and Matt finishes it as well. Kills across the board. Matt and Wakeful both getting a double, and Virgil with 1 to his name. Man, these are some solid performances. Like you were saying earlier, this CT side of the ABW, like they are not letting these Ts take an inch without fighting them back tooth and nail. Because a lot of people would say, "Oh yeah, Anubis, it's a T-sided map." They're not making it a T-sided map. They're making them fight every inch of land.
Exactly. It's just I guess similar to that of Nuke, saying that it's a very CT-sided map. If the Ts know how to aggress and how to work the map, it can very easily be a T-sided map. Same thing here. A fast A main push coming in, but Virgil gets taken out. But only after getting the first and trades out the wazoo. But it looks like the T side come out victorious in that exchange.
Yeah, and then Kobe's going to go ahead and swing out on the B side as well, trying to catch them off if they tried to rotate out. And they're going to go ahead and make their way around to the B site and then get the plant. And it's all up to Orca. They got an M4, maybe get an exit or something. Probably not going to go for this. Just slowly making his way downtown.
Walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound?
Maybe. Homebound towards B site. Making his way to B main as Matt smokes off CT.
A lot of utility coming in here, and now they know that HE
Orca dumps his own utils as well. He's going to make his presence very much aware. But he's decided smartly to back off. Okay. Doubling back. Oh no,
Orca
with the knife!
out.
What are you doing? Orca! You had the bait on him. Almost had Kobe, but unfortunately brings the knife out. And he gets punished for it. And now the CT side is broke as hell, with the exception of Worsen with 5,000. Everyone else is going to have a very, very, very limited buy if they decide to at all. Upgraded pistol on Orca. Maybe. Okay, and armor as well. Maybe some upgraded pistols for these guys.
Yeah, Wilson can drop over at least one deagle. I think they managed to drop over a couple. Maybe more than that. They now are down to 1,900. So a really good way to just keep the economy balanced, making sure Woosen can still buy along with the rest of the team. But Woosen might be an opper. So it might have been better to just save that money a little bit better. But Pavix, oh my god.
So triple. Yeah, Woosen is the opper. He's going to keep peeking. Doug trying to peek once, twice, thrice. Gets the backstab by Pavix, but Orca goes ahead and gets one and gets the rifle as well. The sole CT kill of this round is able to hopefully get away with it.
There's going to be a huge AK save if they manage to keep it forward. But looks like we have Virgil hunting, and Orca just manages to make their way away from that B main angle. And they just have to say, but with roughly 30 seconds left, it's definitely doable. But these Ts might be hungry. They don't want this AK in the hands of the CT, especially into the hands of someone like Woosen or Bishop Major, or even Doug, who has been having such a phenomenal game. 11-7, 107 ADR with an aggressive CT-sided mindset.
Virgil might get him. He's poking and prodding. This timing is going to be everything.
Right behind him. Yeah, and T-spawn looking and searching. Oh, now going fast on the play, and
he's going to hear him. Oh, no, he doesn't! The spray down goes to Virgil! God, man, that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. You had the save for so long, and you don't hear the wraparound from B main all the way through T spawn. It's tough. But now they got to make something out of this.
Down is 63 though. Yeah,
down 3, but it's not the end of the world.
I believe. Are you a believer, Smokey?
I'm a believer, brother. I listen to the Monkeys. I'm a believer.
I was more or less picturing the Imagine Dragons soundtrack. You know,
I would. Sorry, bro.
My bad. Imagine Wagons. I was gonna sing the song or at least hum it, but you know.
Imagined Wagons.
Imagined Wagons. Imagine dragging these nuts across your face.
Hey yo!
I'm sorry. That was.
Oh my goodness.
It's all in good fun, right, Smokey?
All in good fun, yes, brother, yes.
I just need to make some connection. Make it known.
Man, that would be
Oh my
one hell of a
god.
birthday. As one hell of a birthday gift. I did turn 30 this weekend. I need some action.
Okay, back to the game though.
Back to the
Speaking of
game.
action, Bishop Mage picking up 2 onto that bomb site.
Orchid gets a
Orca
shot on the
picking up
mat though.
another, and it
They're
is
about
a
to crack
solid
open this
retake.
site. Oh no, Virgil with the miss spray. And Wakeful gets another one with the up, almost connected to smoke. But Wooston finds him with the FAMAS. And they finally find the bomb through the smoke, and they're able to get the defuse. And that's op and an M4 picked up by the CT side. And they have also, Wooston also has a lot of util to save going into the next round. So this is actually really good. They didn't have to fully dump util for this retake as well.
It is
You
a bit
can
of a silver lining though, Smokey, just because they lost 3 players in that exchange, in that retake. Look at the money over on the T side. We had $9,000 on like more than a couple of players. They dropped an op over to Wakeful. Pavix needing to drop as well there, and the economy is still in the favor of the T side. If they manage to get another bomb plant here, scoreline is still 6-4, so the half is coming to a close end. But I think the CT side can still bring it back.
CT side they very well can, but they have to get this round win. If they don't, then they're absolutely in the dumpster. Bishop Mage holding off on this B main angle. Oh no!
Ooh.
Wakeful misses with the op, and Potter punishes once again, making a name. A quick
This
flash
flash
out, and they're
shouldn't
going to poke
work.
out for B main. They get one, not quite two, as Pavix gets a trade, but that's okay. That completely that should dissuade them from making the never mind. They're going to push the dark, and Virgil gets a kill into Potter, and the rest of the CT side have to quickly rotate. Virgil shuts down Orca once again, and it's a 2v3. Plant not quite down yet, going down now. And oh my
Ooh.
goodness, Matt gets the one out of dark onto Canals, and they know Doug is there as well. Pavix finishing out with the op, and man, man, this CT economy is looking pretty rough now. They can buy something, but it's going to be rough to end this half. They gotta try at least to make it 5.
They have to force a force buy here. They have no round to really work with. They have no ability to save here. They have to make the guns whatever guns that they can afford work in this round, whether it be a Deagle like Usin or a FAMAS like Potter. They have to make these work there. And that split really did come in pretty late from the T side. They pushed in through B main, only managed to get one kill. The CTs had info, but the exchanges wasn't in their favor. They went 1-for-1 a couple of times within that B side fight. So it just didn't work out in their just overall.
Wakeful just misses the spot out of dark with the op, and he's going to cross over. Doug gets an opener with the MP9, and they're going to try to make something out of this. Potter with another one. Oh my goodness, Orca with the spray down, and this is just the absolute best outcome you could have had. They only lose 2 to finish out this round, to finish out this half on a force buy.
I'm
And
also confused as to why they managed or why they wanted to go for a very fast-paced group to play there when the defaults have been working. A lot of these rounds came towards splits and came towards waiting for the CT to get aggressive, and you know that there's going to be a force by here. You know their economy isn't good. You know that they're going to have SMGs and FAMASs and maybe even a pistol. And so going for a group play just wasn't really a good idea.
Abyss has been very aggressive on their CT side as well. Like you can just wait for them to force them into your hand, especially when they have the MP9. Just play for distance, especially with the new Valve update, how they made the damage drop off and crouching a little bit harder with the SMGs over distance. Like you have AKs, you have the Apu Wakeful, you can make this work. But unfortunately, it just falls out of their favor with the strats that they do choose. But interesting to see what the Abyss Walker team does with over here onto this T side.
Pistol run is always scary here, Smokey. I remember, I believe it was last week. I casted one of the first preseason match days. It was a double mirage, and I think all 4 T side pistol rounds that I saw were all happened to be a rush B, and we are seeing a rush A here. And the very pistol round, I don't think it was a rush A, but it did end up on A at the very end.
Bishop Mage can get the plant down a little bit extra money in the T's pocket just in case they do lose this, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a 5-on-2. Wakeful taking a lot of damage, gets 1 kill. Orca going to trade him out. Yeah, Pavic's got the Yeehaw dualies, but I mean, what else can you do out of this? Not really.
You can pray.
Yeah, you can pray and go for the spam shots, but it doesn't work out into this favor. Weston with the final kill of the round, and that is a very convincing pistol round for the Watchers.
It was one of the cleaner ones that we happened to see this game. The very first pistol round ended up in a 1v1 situation that almost went in the favor of the former City side. just didn't really work out overall though. But yeah, it's just a standard A rush was pretty simple. They managed to land their shots and Wakeful getting spotted. It didn't matter if they got that kill. That kill had to come cleanly if they wanted to keep that flank alive. But because it took forever, the T side managed to keep the bomb side under their grasp and also be aware of that flank.
And Wilson buying the AK straight out of second round. He's looking for some headshots. As we see a double stack towards mid, 1 on A and 2 on Bravo site. Let's see, Matt playing towards dark, trying to get a little peek towards canals. Doesn't see anything yet. Potter with a nice double spray on the Mac. That's going to really open up this mid, and they can go wherever they do so please. Wakeful taking a lot of damage as well. 1 hit point left to his name. Covey goes down, and man, this round is as quickly as over as it started. A site's all for their taking.
They definitely should be sending this Mac 10 to go out info hunting.
Let's say, if nothing else, just get the SMG spray kills.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money in your pocket.
Yeah, it's just money in your pocket, and if you manage to die, you get a free ability to upgrade there. Bishop made onto Matt, though. This SMG is still lurking in CT spawn, hoping someone comes in very late, but I don't think they will. And if they do, I think it's going to be very... okay, Wakeful just reading my mind and going, I'm going to prove you wrong.
He's got the Tech 9. He's got the Tech 9. He's got a little bit of a pickup. Oh, and when Potter spots him out with the jump, gets a nice little SMG farm, and another round for the Watchers is going to tie the game up 7-all. And now that we should see a few more upgrades. Orca getting the op. Hopefully pass that off to Wuston. Maybe he's going to take a crack at it.
And maybe Orca has a really good spawn. It's one of the things I like about Orca is knowing that what spawns that he has and how to work with it. Unless someone calls it out first, I think he's more than likely going to take a very aggressive opening pick here. Just overall,
Might be peeking towards dark. Take a C, takes a poke. Sees maybe one. Nope.
Just holding for this. This is what most operators usually do. They usually hold for this late peak. Coming in from dark, and Orca looking at the radar, gets caught sleeping at the wheel. But yeah, they still have this info. They still have it under their control, and Orca opts to now fall back.
It's not a bad idea. Pavic's making a play towards mid, trying to get a little bit more information. Spots out at least 2 or 3 of them, but Weston denies his retreat. Virgil backing up towards the B bomb site, trying to play swap between dark and assisting as a 2-man stack onto B main. Potter with a Mac 10 probably can't do much out of this besides gain a little bit of information. Go for a 2-prong push if they do so choose to. Bishop and the gang making their way towards B main as well. Doug going in from canals. Might get the drop on Virgil. Oh no, with a knife out of can! Doug, come on, brother! He's still alive though, he's still kicking. Virgil's gonna go for this peek, and he gets him. Nice headshot. And gets 2! A double doinker. Reload comes in. He can swing up for some more. Gets a 3rd! And he's going to crack open this bomb site by himself. Orca and Wakeful get trades, and it's all up to Orca with the op. Bomb hasn't even gone down yet. What a mess this round has become.
Virgil getting 3 there is like absolutely insane. In no universe should Virgil be getting 3 there. Maybe get stuck. Very lucky on that second one, maybe, but that third one should not be happening. With 8 seconds left, the bomb is going to be planted, but now they're just kind of giving him the bomb plant.
Yeah, he tried to play for the fake at first around 15 seconds to try to get 1, maybe 2, but I mean, he still gets a bomb plant, which is good. Fortunately, losing the op. Matt picks it up, but not too terrible. You take 2 CTs out, your economy's okay. You've got about anywhere between 4 to 6.5. With the exception of Orca. But they can buy him something.
Absolutely. Yeah, Orca is someone who just would be perfectly fine with a Tech 9 as long as the rest of the team has AKs. I'm not sure if they're in-game leading this season, but I know that that's the kind of player that they are. They're more than happy to take that Tech 9 and work with what they got there. But that last round really helped. It really just came from Virgil. That dark hold was huge. Being at the right time, right place, and knowing how to stay calm under the pressure there. Wakeful going for the opening pick. Just misses, but it's some pretty good info overall.
Yeah, let's say he's getting information. He knows that there's at least 1, maybe 2 towards T stairs. They know there's 1 with Bishop Mage over towards B spawn, so this could be another 2-pronged attack. They've been 2-pronging over towards canals and dark a lot, if not the majority of these. As Virgil goes down, but Orca lit down to 9 HP as well. Doug not quite getting his toes singed. And another classic two-prong push. Oh no, Matt gets a drop on him though.
That's just a classic superior angle. Doug's shoulder could be spotted way before they could even go for or Matt could even see them. Right? It's just kind of just how the game works there, and it's a very risky angle, but one that could pay in dividends.
And the CTs are still not opting to completely rotate. We see Pavix making a move towards middle, but Covey is still content to stay towards A site, and that's fine. Oh no! Potter with a nasty shot on a Pavix, straight up, and another classic two-prong push, but Matt's holding his own. He's got one. The rest of the T's got to flood in.
Ooh,
Nice shot by Wakeful. Not quite two.
The 1 HP warrior.
Matt might have this. Ooh, nice howl.
Ooh, nice howl.
I'm sorry, I'm a skins junkie. Oh no, the spray down does not come in, but Covey might get this. Weston's down.
Ooh,
and the headshot comes through with a USP. Picks up the kit, and they're able to easily get this defuse. And the Frogs tack on another for the board. And they save the op.
9-7 scoreline. It was, I think at one point it was 3-6. It was a pretty pretty one-sided affair. I was looking for the right words to say there, but now it's 9-7. It's still pretty close. It really is anyone's game here, and because it's a preseason, I don't think overtime is completely enabled. I think we have maybe one overtime, just because there is going to be a second match coming in after this, and just because it's preseason. This only happens during the preseason. Regular season match day is 9 p.m. is usually scrim time. Pavix going for a hopeful spray down, only gets the one after getting traded out by Bishop Mage. But this is a lot of map control being taken from the T side. This middle is completely open. They pretty much go anywhere they want to, but no smoke is going to make it so hard to crunch this A site.
Yeah, Virgo gets two of the FAMAS. And this is the first time they push mid, even towards really A site, besides the pistol round. And it's not really looking towards their favorite either. Virgo with another. That's a quad kill for him on this round with the FAMAS. Man, that FAMAS update, dude, doing wonders for this team.
I don't even think they increased the fire rate. They just increased the accuracy and reduced the price. So people are just having a bit of like an SG moment with the FAMAS, realizing that it actually is really good. Just ever so slightly because of that accuracy improvement there. But yeah, you're right. This is one of the first few times we did see this Seaside push aggressively into mid and really went out there. And they're missing a vital smoke there. If you're going to go for a half buy, you have to at least have some utility and know why you're going to be using it. If you're going to be using it to cross over to a certain place, or if you're going to be using it to plant that bomb, it has to be an idea set in mind. And utility is way more important than everyone really makes it out.
Nice opening kill by Wakeful. Is going to fall back with the op, and that's fine. Yeah, as you were saying earlier, the mid to B smoke miss, or I should say lack thereof, is just completely like out of pocket, especially whenever you're so hyper aggressive towards mid onto that A site. Like, you pretty much have to have that if you want to make it out of there alive, as Orca takes a lot of shots. Goes down eventually thanks to Wakeful's frag grenade. Nice to see a util kill. And all 5 CTs still standing. It's looking a little bit more and more dire.
They're so split up, though. Look at them, very far away. Only 2 closest player is going to be Bishop Mage and Potter, excuse me. But the bomb very close by. So Wilson is hoping to make a play here. This is what they need to be doing. The T side can't just sit still there. And just as I say that, Wilson gets completely demolished, peeking into the B bomb site.
Yeah, Matt just has him with the M4, and now they're opting to hunt just a little bit, not totally give themselves away too much. Oh no, Bishop Mage just has the right idea, takes down Pavix, and they're just willing to save it at this point, it looks like. They're waiting for the CTs to continue hunting, which they are not going to. They're just going to go ahead and sit and stew and wait for them to come to the site, which is perfectly fine. 15 seconds approximately left, and man, this economy is looking pretty dire for this T side now.
I like the idea that they had in mind, though. Bishop Mage was going for that kill there to try to get the bomb across. Once he realized that they had a player watching from the window, the instantaneous headshot made it so that Bishop Mage wanted to go back there. If they had a little bit more time, the CTs should have been able to rotate over towards that A site, leaving Bishop Mage to run all the way to the B site. But because there's only 30 seconds left on the clock and they weren't really sure if the CTs were going to rotate, it was a risky play that I guess in the end they felt wasn't worth it. I feel like it felt like that the AK and the utility that they did have left over is more important than going for a risky play there, regardless of the time.
Yeah, upgraded pistol with the exception of Doug's Galil. We'll see if they can make anything out of this. Worston trying to make something with the Deagle as well. Pavik smoke spamming. Nothing connects, but that's fine. Virgil with another nice poke from Dark. Not a whole lot of information gained, but oh, he spots one. Maybe gets the double tap. Not quite. Takes some damage and smartly falls back. Wakeful with the op. Misses the connection, but they know they're there. Virgil mopping him up. Flash goes out thanks to Wakeful. And Covey with a nice connection as well with the M4.
I like the fallback here too, though. They got that first pick. They didn't see anyone else outside of A main, and they didn't want to poke any further, just in case there was someone waiting in the top T stairs or pushing in from rugs. They are going to be regrouping back towards middle. They have to go silent here, but it doesn't matter. Pavik swinging out, picking up two, almost picking up third. But Orca is very low HP, and this looks like match point for the CT side.
The frag almost gets him from Wakeful with almost another frag grenade. Oh, I was going to save that molly, caught him off guard too. I was going to laugh. And Wakeful finishes it up with the pistol. Picks up some free utility. And it's going to be match point in favor of the Frogs.
Yeah, match point is going to be tough to go up against for the T side here. They were hoping for a bomb plant just so they have just a little bit extra money to work with. $600 can go a long way. Now they have to opt for Galil's, or if they want an AK, they're going to have to reduce the amount of utility that they can have. You see players buying a Scout, buying a Deagle just so they can buy utility or have a different approach to the round here. And this really is do or die now. There is no end of the half. It's only the end of the game, and this preseason match would be over if the T side were to lose.
Wakeful with a very aggressive push with the op. Spots one out of T stairs, takes down Doug's Scout, and smartly falls back. Wakeful has been very aggressive with these op peaks, especially out of the aiming. This is the second round in a row that he's gotten a kill, or at least attempted to get a kill with pokes out of aiming. And he's been doing this consistently throughout the game on the CT side. Virgo with a nice push towards Cat. Gets a drop onto Bishop, but Bishop is ending up with the W in that engagement. And they're getting these 1v1s. Kobe might have to drop on them. Let's see, get him on Waterfall. Playing smart, just waiting for the
advantage.
Oh wait, Kobe! Kobe, where his hand's not on the mouse? It looked like it. Maybe adjusting something on his computer.
Or scratching the nose. Yeah.
The old scratching the nose, scratching the forehead or something. But man, I somehow makes it out alive. And with only 40 seconds left, this T side is still very split up. Pavik's nice kill onto Weston all the way from Canals. Make that two. Maybe
make it a third.
One more, not quite. Solve the Potter now. And
a
third. Yeah, that's four for him for the round. And a very convincing victory through this FRG Fraggin Frogs team. My goodness. 15 and 11 for Wakeful. 15 and 18 on Pavik's. 19 and 15 for Virgil. Great teamwork all around. From start to finish, they played aggressive and they came out with the dub.
This was a pretty quick game, despite it being a 13-7 scoreline. It's a pretty respectable scoreline, especially with how the game was going. The very first quarter was back and forth, teams trading rounds, people having to make insane plays for them to even just win a round. But at the end, it really came down to the amount of chain rounds that the CT side, the Wakeful's team, had to create. Right, we saw in that first half it was 3-6 at one point, and now they had to win chain rounds again to really close it out there. So just a solid overall game plan from both of these teams, right? It wasn't just a one-sided affair. It wasn't, just Pavik's. It wasn't just Virgil. It wasn't just Doug. It was everyone coming in all at once. I think we said everyone's name at least a couple of times because everyone was just playing out of their mind.
Out of their minds, indeed. Virgil with an ADR of 105 and Pavik's with an ADR of 111. Absolute insanity and masterclass by those two players alone. But the entire team of these frogs came together and came for the win. And not to, completely dunk on, watchers, they had a very convincing beginning of the second half with the first 2 rounds able to take down they won by takedowns, by eliminations against the terrorists. But at the end of the day, they couldn't get the post plants, or they couldn't secure them, because round 13 and 14, the first 2 of the second half, they won by eliminations. Then they lost on the post plants and had defuses. And then for the last 4, they just either lost through time and had to force saved, or were just killed by elimination and couldn't even hardly get the bomb planted. It was pretty rough. But it's still the preseason, still ironing out the kinks. Good plays on Counter Strike by both teams. But Fraggin Frogs come out with the win. And as we wait for the second map of the night, we will be taking a short break. We'll be back with you in just a second.
when I look away, about to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been estranged. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can't even feel enough to know if I get out. I'm numb to the pain, but hollow without. Floating in a world of glass, I can imitate. Got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, there's someone else. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here on the second match of the night. All right, I'm done.
What are you saying right now?
What do we have Team Flash and Friendly Fires. Team Flash and Friendly Fires should be coming into the server soon, TM, hopefully. But until then, me and my boy Nexus are going to entertain y'all. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So we were talking about food.
We're talking about Beyblade, actually. Don't lie to the people.
Beyblades.
We're talking about Beyblade.
You were talking about Beyblade.
And how Beyblade is the greatest show ever to have lived, have existed, beating out very mid shows such as One Piece, Naruto, Bleed. I'm listing off all the really good animes. Avatar: The Last Airbender, Clear's Avatar.
Okay, you did Avatar: The Last Airbender. Listen here, motherfucker. All right, you're
What's
just
a really old TV show that you might? Oh yeah, Popeye. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Nah, dude. I was really big into Cowboy Bebop back in the day. Trying was pretty good.
Yeah, Beyblade Clear's Cowboy Bebop.
All right.
Team of the week, no contest.
You're literally a freaking man-child, bro. Like,
Easy tend.
You probably just eat cheese pizza whenever you go to like Chuck E. Cheese or some type of. You would be like, I eat cheese pizza.
No, I go to Gordon Ramsay's restaurants and order chicken tenders.
I bet you would. There's a Gordon Ramsay restaurant over here in DC that I heard is like pretty hit or miss. I might try it one time, but I've been eating at restaurants every single day this last week because it's Winter Restaurant Week in DC. It's Winter Restaurant Week in DC, or it was this last week. And it was my birthday too, so I went to eat out every single night for dinner, and I'm telling you, I spent at least like $100-$150 every night. Worth it though.
Jesus Christ.
That's
being said, put a price on really good food, except for the owners of the restaurants in it for $15.95.
True.
All good gaming. You might not have it. We're talking with our production right now. We're hoping to get but the graphics to work, and if not, not my problem.
Not my problem.
What do we
go to New York? Not his problem. But
not my problem.
I think the best restaurant I went to was like a French restaurant. It was two French restaurants. One of them was like Michelin. It was like Michelin rated. It didn't have a star, but it had like some sort of like Michelin Bib award. That shit was gas, dude. It's like one of those fancy ones where you get like a plate and there's like one bite on it.
You know what's really good and what clears any single restaurant you've eaten in the last week? Classic New York pizza.
A classic New York
pizza. New York pizza.
New York pizza. I do need a good New York pizza.
Yeah. Every time I tell someone that I live in New York, I get hit with hey, I'm walking here, and I immediately roll my eyes. I roll my eyes internally, and I look at them and I go, nice. Ironically, today I got stopped on my way to the store. Some guy outside this one, like I guess restaurant, was just outside going. He stopped me as I'm walking. He goes, "Dude, you have really good hair," and I'm like, "Thanks, I guess." And I try to walk away, but he just kept going. He goes, "Dude, I'm trying my hardest," and he was bald. So I'm like, he's just trying to, spread some positivity. So I'm like, you know what, good on you, man. I stayed in that talk to him for a while, and he was a pretty cool dude overall here. We have this run going on, but we are having some delays real quick. So please, don't be alarmed if we come back in and we are now, 2-0 into the game.
Yeah.
Hopefully the delays get fixed.
And we should be back now. Here we are.
What do we hear? What do we hear? Piss them all over.
Don't ever say that again. Keep the W to yourself.
We're here. We have Gregorovich with the MP9 outside the B tunnels.
Oh my god, I'm about to have a stroke, dude.
Jordan, holding middle with the scout. There's no R's or W's or L's in there, so it doesn't matter. But DJ Jazzy Jesto went towards Cat though.
I say, Jordan, if you can get a single shot on this with the scout, I'll be very impressed. Oh nope, miss. Oh, come on, you had him. Jordan, Jordan is
Not a
not
good look. Oh,
Okay, you got one at least after like 5 shots. Reminds me of Bond Me Bandit from last season. Just kidding, Bond Me, I love you.
oh,
Jess
shots
and Carey
fired.
getting the roundabouts, and it's often notorious. Just chilling by middle box. Maybe get one. Not quite. Oh, no. Oh, it gets one with a Glock. Okay. And Plex gets a trade. And that's another solid round for Team Flash. 2-0. This is a pretty good start for the CT side. Able to get a little bit of SMG farming in. Plex with a FAMAS. They'll be able to build this economy just a little bit. Still a little fickle. I mean, Jazzy Jess. Not much money to her name. But, and Jordan going down very low as well.
Yeah, but it was
So that's not
also
about
a bonus
3K.
round, right?
Yeah.
They really just needed to keep as many people alive, and they pretty much did, barring a couple of kills there. But the AKs are not going to be coming out. It's a B rush now, and Jordan One has a lot to do, but they have the best gun in the game, the M4A4, at least for the CT side that they can buy. They pick up the first, pick up the second, maybe the third. They do not. Twinkle Toes, the Avatar, the last Airbender, managing to open up this B bomb site and getting that bomb plant.
Interesting push by the CT side, but they have to go all the way back around, all the way through mid, with the exception of Jazzy Jazz, who just has to go through tunnels. Grigorovich pushing through window, not going to get anything out of it. And Twinkle Toes and Low Seal grabbing a couple kills of their own. And only 2 down for the T side. So it's a very, very, very good, strong response for the friendly fires on this.
That retake was pretty ill, not
It was very
well
one for one.
coordinated.
One for
Yeah,
one.
they kind of
one for
just
one
threw
each.
bodies at the bomb site just to see what would stick, rather than waiting for that tunnels player to come in, waiting for the outside B players to toss a flash for both these players to come in. We had one just running through window, one tossing a flash way too late after that tunnels player died. It just was everywhere and nowhere all at once. But a mid play by Carey going to be coming in soon.
Grigorovich right behind them as well. That
Yeah,
makes three of the
Grigorovich.
CTs.
Oh,
And trades going back and forth. Can we get another? Off the Twinkle Toes. Not quite. Plex with another couple of good kills. That's another 2 to his name. Grigorovich with 3 on his own for the round.
yeah, solid push there, mid push. It's one of the things you see on Dust 2 when the CTs don't have the best guns to really be fighting long range angles. You saw Carey with the MP9 being the first point of contact, and Grigorovich kind of coming in just to finish out the kills. That's really what you need them to do, especially when you have SMGs both on the T side and the CT side, to make space for these aggressive plays. And it's not something that you should be doing all the time when you're on the low economy, because it can be a pretty easy telltale sign that it's coming if the enemy team is reading your economy well.
Jordan Witt decided to break out the Scout. And Twinkle Toes with the solo AK. See if they can make something out of this. Looks like they're going to go ahead and just slow push now towards Cat. Jazzy just tries to make something. Gets one on Twinkle Toes with the trade. But that's another free rifle for this T side. Util dump going towards Cat now. And they're going to rotate everyone in. Grigorovich with a nice slow push towards middle doors. He's going to wait for the drop down, or at least try to listen in.
They
Rest
have
of
them
this
in
T side.
close here. Yeah, look at this, Smokey. There's no space taken on the B side at all. That entire left side of the map is completely taken over, besides Grigorovich, who's going to be making a player. This is huge.
Let's say timing is everything here. Oh no. Good shots by Noble, able to take down Greg. And now they're just free to walk on over to B site. They can catch him out through the CT rewrap. And they're expecting someone as well. Carey's able to rotate all the way in. Might be able to catch one of them. Carey gets 1, not quite 2, as Noble goes for the trade. And Plex is able to save his own hide. Bomb will go down though, and this is going to be looking pretty tough. Plex is very much squished. Jordan's down to about half health as well with a FAMAS. With no retake util either, they're gonna have to probably save and go for exit kills. Well, there goes Jordan. Plex poking once, twice. Decides better of it. Nice glove knife combo. Love to see it.
Yeah, the idea behind getting exit kills is to really force the CTs to go into the direction that you really want them to. And because you're split up, you're kind of taking a 1v1 gamble, maybe even a 1v2 gamble, because the Ts are usually going to stick together in a situation like this, where they just get the bomb planted down and there's not many bodies to really throw at getting the hunt. And going for an aggressive fight when you don't really need to, especially there in middle, is not ideal if you were going for a save round as well as going for exit frags here. We do have Plex with just these save them for A1S coming into this round here. So Plex has to come huge. This A-side defender has to be what makes or breaks this round for Team Flash to keep this lead and push it even further.
Yeah, we'll see if they can make something out of this. Plex also decides to buy a bunch of utils as well, so they're really angling on his hero play. MB9 for Jazzy, and Greg decides to go for a Famas. Jordan White breaking out the scout once again as a hard T-push comes in towards Long, but they're going to fight back. So it goes out, clears the molly, but I'm kind of interested. It was a CT molly, so it's really not going to do that much damage. Kind of surprised they just didn't go straight push forward through it. Plex gets a nice trade, but Shade goes right on around with it as well in a 4v3. Smoke goes out for the crossover, and there's still okay. Jordan poking towards mid, trying to get him on, but it's all up to Jazzy Jess who's on site.
Yeah, playing by Gandalf. Their position gets quickly spotted by Noble. It's not ideal for the ZT side, especially with the very weak guns here. But they're trying to do the best that they can there, and getting caught with their pants down as the friendly fires do take that A bomb side. They do equal out the scoreline though, Smokey. So it's a really good play overall from the friendly fires, despite losing the first and second round of the half.
Yeah, it's been kind of scrappy back and forth, and as we see in the scoreline, it's just hasn't really fallen really either to the Team Flash or Friendly Fires. It'll be interesting to see how this half wraps up. It's been pretty back and forth. No team has won more than 2 in a row either.
We saw last game that these chain rounds are what mattered most, and now that they're on the save, this could be what makes or breaks the Team Flash's economy for the next few rounds there. If they manage to win it out, they do pick up the first. There is going to be a gun going to be watching this. Twinkle Toes, the Avatar, doing the best that they can. Twinkle Toes onto the first and the second. Jordan Well hoping to save this AK, plays with just the half armor and Deagle. That bomb has to be going towards B Smokey. This is something that I think a lot of teams tend to do. They tend to hunt for these pistols, try to get the eco frag, try to boost the stats. But honestly, in a preseason match day, it's not really super important.
Yeah, not really important. All that matters is getting the team played down and getting these rosters ironed out with what positions you're comfortable with playing and how you want to adjust your calls. And as we see, it was a pretty good aggressive play towards these long doors. They got one rifle out of it, but the double peek with the pistols just didn't come to any extra fruition, as it ends up being Jordan Watts with the Deagle, Plex with the AK. They're just going to go on and go to save this. Maybe get an exit kill out of their way, but I mean, with how far they are away from the bomb site, not really looking forward to it. Yeah, the only one left on site is going to be Twinkle. And even then,
Hunt though. Oh, Jordan got that kill, and now they know where the saved AK is.
And they're rushing.
Fast.
They're rushing.
It's not likely, yeah. Okay, but at least the AK gets saved, right, Smokey?
Yeah, I mean that AK can make or break the CT economy at this point. They've got about 4.5K for the most of them, except for one that had like 3.5. So it can be a good pistol buy, or I should say, a good rifle buy with a lot of util for potential retakes and staving off execs, depending on how the friendly fires want to go about this.
Yeah, I mean, when you have this little utility on players like Carry, it very much depends on how you use the utility and when to use it as well, not just the amount that you have.
Los are trying to make a little bit of a poke towards B site with the op by themselves, not getting anything done. Plex with a nice kill. Okay, on to Notorious. Let's see if Noble decides to peek a little bit. Oh, a nice headshot by Noble. Flash is coming out again, trying to just slow this inevitable push all the way through.
Jordan, though, pushing up mid fast. Good. Cutting off.
Good catch on
the
a
rotation.
Shade. And now you have to think Los. Oh, and they completely cut off Noble from the site.
Smokes have faded too now. So now they have free ability to really go wherever they want. We do have Jordan Watt, who pushed up mid, fell back towards Catwalk, but the B side is completely open. However, the T side doesn't know it. They now have to regroup with 50 seconds left on the clock, and they're going for another long retake. We do have Jazzy Jess here, but it depends on this fight. Twinkle Toes has to come up future, and I think they're going to want to re-clear all the angles.
Good peek by Low Seal, and now they're going to try to crack open this bomb site again. I think they're trying to bank on the fact that the CTs are going to rotate over towards B very quickly. Twinkletoes almost caught out through the crossover, but Grigorovich takes them down. Low Seal with the trade, and it's a 1v1. Can the op come on top? Ditches it for the AK. 17 seconds left on clock. Plenty of time. Decides to walk it out. Maybe fake it. Pro fake. Plant goes down. Oh! Low Seal not checking the corners. Maybe a miscomm, thinking that they were by CT down low.
They
Or
weren't really aware of the timing, though, Smoke. They weren't aware that this player could have made it towards Gandalf or fell back towards Cat. It was a guessing game. And I think playing for Cat was a very risky play there. Ideally, you want to plant behind cover, especially if you saw them towards Cat, because once again, that Gandalf position is available for the taking, and falling back towards Catwalk is also a probable option as well. So playing against the cover, and you force that CT player to go for a jump shot if they want to deny the plant, which is a 1 in a million shot, and it gives you more info than it does to the CTs either way. So bit of a misplay, but I think honestly, after all is said and done, I think it comes out in favor of the friendly fires just because it went down to that 1v1.
yeah, making it very expensive for the CT side regardless. Carry breaking out with a swag 7. Jazzy Jazz still with a FAMAS. Not necessarily the rifles and, the main weapons that you want to have across the board. Flashes and util across the way as well, and this cracks open this B-bomb site very quickly. Frag grenade, thanks to Shade, takes down Grigorovich. And another plant coming down very quickly this time for the friendly fires.
Oh, look at Carry in the B tunnels. No one's going to be clearing them. And Jordan Watt getting to Lucio on the flank. So now this B retake is now fully possible as long as they don't go too hyper aggressive. But Shade getting caught off guard.
Shade with the molly out, but Jordan Witt gets denied, and Twinkle Toes comes on through. And that
They
is
had a
another.
lot of time.
They did. That was a very quick retake exec right there, and unfortunately, didn't come out in their favor.
Yeah, definitely had a lot of time to really work with and to wait for either that smoke to really dissipate or for it to start to fade so you can use it as a timing. And it made Carrie's flank a little less potent, right? Because they had to make that sound step. We had someone playing by the gate area on that B bomb site. And after hearing Carrie's steps, they went for the swing, got that pick as well as the pick onto window. So just playing a little bit more passive or a little bit more patient, should I say, is the ideal play there, just so that the retake can come together as a unit and use all the resources that you have available to you. And now we have a save. It's a catwalk stack. It's an Astralis catwalk, a Liquid's catwalk stack. Either way, pistols and catwalk, and whoever turns his corner, God help their souls.
We'll see how many Shay can get. Shay gets 1 and 2, not quite 3. Grigorovich takes him down, takes the rifle. And Locio goes down as well. That's the op down.
Okay, CTs. Let's see
It's
what you can do now.
3v3.
It is, but no kit, and the C's are in a pretty good post-plant positions. They're holding for each other's angles, but these pistols can just play human flashbangs, and they can have the rifle straight off of it. But Notorious is such a power position to prevent the retake from happening.
As soon as he sees the head, it's all over. Yeah. Locio can try to game them with the op spam, but it's not going to come out. Yep. Notorious and Twinkle Toes finish out the round. That's another solid one for the friendly fires. It was testy. It was testy. But unfortunately, not quite falling into Team Flash's hands.
Yeah, I'm curious why they didn't just make that op fall a little bit further back there. Maybe play a little bit more passive. Maybe not be directly next to this player hiding in the smoke. At least, especially once they got shot in the back of the head, right? You get that op out of there to save it because it's a near impossible 2v3 retake unless Grigorovich, I believe it was, with the AK long, can get another opening pick.
Yeah, as soon as that long retaker falls, you have to fall off the site. Retake from Cat, especially if it's just a 2v3 or a 1v3, that's almost impossible. As you see, Jordan Witt taking a lot of damage. Noble goes down very early. Jazzy Jess with a nice aggressive peek over here towards Pit.
Oh, Notorious. This is such a good play. Using the smoke and the sound cues that they made after reloading. This is a lot of information given to Notorious pretty much for free. They don't know Notorious is here.
Yeah, and Shade is keeping them a little bit more attentive towards the catwalk for a potential cat push. And Notorious is just waiting calmly for the crossover. They're not going to expect him one bit. They're going to spot Jordan Witt very quickly as well, and he's going to have to rotate. Goes down. Grigorovich with the trade, though, on Notorious. Shade comes on through from tunnels as well. That's excellent. Excellent pincer movement. And now it's another 3v3.
But look at the opits here. This is not where you want the op to be.
Miss! Lucio misses. Bomb goes down. But now they can just, force it onto the site with bodies. But they have to be quick about it. Oh no, Shade catches Plex looking down with a double and a Jazzy Jess. Give him 3. Give him 3. Shade with a quad. And that is another round for Friendly Fires. Good lord.
Yeah, that round came really into their hands because of Notorious. That's one of the risks you need to take on the T side. We talk about the CT side getting aggressive after losing the player or just wanting to get map control, but knowing how to play around the smokes and knowing when to take a risk is huge on the T side because you get free info just like that. And because of that, because they weren't aware of Notorious, that mid player who spotted them out, just one player by the doorway, wasn't ready for Notorious to peek out, as well as taking away Grigorovich's POV away from the double doors.
Damn.
Ankle toes taking a lot of damage too, though. That's not good.
Yeah, and I thought Plex was going to go down, but instead he makes some use out of the FAMAS, gets the opening kill. Twinkle Toes down to 9 HP as well. Notorious trying to make some more noise over towards Cat. Takes some chip damage from the frag, but he's still standing. Can get a headshot little poke onto Plex now. A nice little one on to carry this time. Plex gets a trade again. Another good kill by the FAMAS players. That's 2 for him on the round. Now you gotta wait for Jazzy Jess and Grigorovich to rotate on over. Jazzy coming from Cat. And Grigorovich coming from long. Shade takes on Plex very quickly. Big damage on the Shade, though.
Grigorovich is now activating. This flank has to come in at the right timing. That molly prevents them from looking at Cat just for a short moment. And Grigorovich wins out the fight. Wait, can he win the second? Cannot. That was close. Jazzy just now opting to fall back to CT. Not the best retake spot, but definitely one that's doable, especially because both key players are very, very low.
Gonna come from a mile away. Doesn't even check Goose properly. Goes down at the end of the half. 4 for 8 in favor of the Friendly Fires. Man. This team has been on a roll. Shade, 14 and 8. Twinkle Toes, 11 and 4.
A lot about the info play, Smokey, about what you can do with the information that you have. Whoever's calling this T side called it pretty well, especially with all the information that the players are giving them, right? It's hard as an in-game leader to really make the quote-unquote correct call because you can't be everywhere all at once. So you have to trust the communication and the information that your teammates are giving you for you to make the solidifying play of we're doing X instead of Y. And if it goes wrong, then it goes wrong. And you talk about it afterwards. If it goes right, you made the right call, and you know that you can have more confidence in your IGLing capabilities. But now that the sides have swapped, we now have to see a more CT-sided IGLing style from the Friendly Fires. This is something that not a lot of GLs know how to properly do. It's not just telling your players where to go now. It's about how you want to call for the rotation. And Shade.
Blinding headshot from Shade. Absolutely destructive. Shade takes a doink himself, but he's still up and kicking. Notorious. Waiting patiently by car. They still don't know he's there. Oh no, he misses every shot! Grigorovich takes him down! And the side is theirs for the taking. It's off to Shade again. Not getting another one. Jordan Witt takes him down. Low-Seal and Noble both taking a lot of damage down. Plex gets a trade onto Low-Seal. Twinkle Toes goes down thanks to Plex with another kill. And that is 2 for Plex, 2 for Jordan, and 1 for Greg.
That is such a hard thing to really watch for Notorious, especially if you are a Notorious fan. Just having the round in the palm of your hand and you just miss out just because either it's pressure or maybe you didn't warm up properly enough, maybe you didn't warm up long enough to begin with. It's definitely a hard shot to take, though. You put anyone in that position, more than likely they're going to miss a couple of shots there because you can't really predict how the teams are going to be moving when they don't know you're there. That's the reason why it's a lot harder to catch them off guard or to get kills like that when they're off guard unless you have robot aim like Robs.
Friendly Fires are pushing towards mid very quickly. This is very reminiscent of the Flashes round 2 whenever they, right after the pistol. Very quick mop up, though, from Team Flash, and they're able to bounce back very quickly, not even losing a single player, That's actually really nice. weren't able to
Yeah.
let CT side farm anything out of them.
And Team Flash just no. It's like that's they realized you took a strategy out of my strat book, but we do it better than you, and we know how to counter it because we've run this play many times and we know exactly what to do when this happens to us, right? 4 Mac 10's not the greatest, but it's a lot better now because the friendly fighters did force save or force buy into this. So now they're gonna be full saving, and these Mac 10's can do wonders. Even if they lose a couple of guns there, they don't lose much. Maybe the utility.
And they're gambling towards a B rush. Almost had it right. Just wrong sight. Notorious is going to hear them comment out and probably have this round in for free. But yeah, as you were saying, like this Team Flash, they were very aggressive towards their towards the beginning of the half with the post pistol rounds. The first couple of post pistol rounds, like rounds 2, 3, and 4. I think it was they were just going nonstop, like running and gunning. And now we see it again. A nice aggressive play from mid towards A, making the gamble on the CT side lose with just Mac 10s and a dream. And this dream is coming to life. Twinkle Toes with a nice kill from the pistol. Carrying Grigorovich. Just SMG farming a little bit more money out of them. They lose Greg, but no one else. Twist that knife, Jordan. And you're going to fall to the bomb. That's fine.
They can now upgrade though. They have a couple
Yeah,
of Mac 10s here, and because the CTs don't have enough money to buy head armor, this Mac 10 is gonna do a lot of damage there. They do buy an up onto Grigorovich, so using the money that they got from last
What are you doing with that right hand right there, dude?
uh, hey, they're inspecting their knife, right?
Yeah, now they are. Jordan. Man, both hands on the gun, please.
Focus. Your low CL though. Really good opening pick there.
Absolutely gorgeous. Love to see the opening picks of the op, especially on a map like this where you have long range shooting. Okay, through the smoke. Low seal cooking. Some of these nice long shooting ranges or lanes can really open up for the op players. It is, I mean, admittedly, this is like probably the Counter-Strike map that everybody maps out all of the potential op angles, but it's always nice to see them get those opening op picks because it can really open
Opper's Paradise.
Opper's Paradise, yes sir. It can really open up for the CT side to be a little bit more fluid in how to respond to a potential sight poke. More util getting dumped towards the CTs. Shade and Twinkle Toes taking a little bit of damage, but that's perfectly fine.
A very basic mid to B smoke there. It does allow Shade to peek over there, but it doesn't matter. Low CL picking up 4. They are on for the ace now. All it's left up to is DJ Jazzy Jazz, but it looks like they're going to be taken out by Noble hiding behind the tunnel's doorway. This was a pretty overall solid round there. Low CL taking out Grigorovich at the beginning of the round really prevented a lot of info for the T side, for the Team Flash, to really dictate where they want their T side to go.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was like, what, 2 opening kills through mid doors within like the first 20 seconds of the round? That completely demolishes your availability to just have that one extra T poke and prod for information to see if there's like a weak site or if they decide to gamble and go for a lurk. Low Steel once again poking and prodding towards mid, but it's okay. Rest of the T is going to gamble out and do a nice little quick B push. B rush, no stop, snack strat. And they have the site to their name. Yes, sir. The good old snack strat.
The Big Apple and Snacks is hungry. I remember that line. That is one of the lines that I do remember here. But this is a classic example of a B rush, right? You have one Mac 10 pushing in deep. You have someone firefighting for them, and the flashes are coming in. And they caught Noble off guard. They're fumbling with the smoke. We do have a couple of tunnels players as well, taking some damage here. Notorious that is, and Twinkle Toes going for the aggressive peaks now. And
body blocking the grenade. That's actually insane. And they're slowly getting chipped away. Yeah, they're gonna have to tuck their tails and save this because there's no way you can get anything out of this. I'll get a couple exits. Gorovich takes down Twinkle Toes, but they're still able to save the op, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, saving that op is going to do wonders for the CT side economy. That's just $4,750 that you don't need to reinvest into this coming round. And we saw what Locio can do with that op. Getting the 4K in the round before, it was huge there. And I like what Team Flash did. They sent the Mac 10s out to go and fight where they knew the opponents were going to be. They managed to get one more kill there, and one kill may not may not seem like much now, but Counter-Strike is about the long game, the long-term, repercussions of the decisions you make in the moment, in the now, in the present. It's what dictates the entire flow of the game based on what decisions you make in that split-second moment.
Lucille buying an extra M4 for their teammate. As we see smokes going out mid, Jazzy just trying to poke towards long, gets traded thanks to Greg. Plex also making their way towards long as well as the rest of the team. Slow pushing now. Trying to be very methodical. But the rest of the CTs, with the exception of Shade, are going to quickly rotate. Looks like Noble's going to stay by Cat. And Lucille poking down from CT. Now, Shade is coming in from lower ramp. Lucille and Shade from mid, and they're going to just have Plex opening up this bomb site with a double kill. 2 headshots. Lucille has to save this up now. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, a lot of Locio's impact comes out from that early round, especially with that op there. I'd like for Locio to really try to move that op more around where they have the best spawn. Ideally, you want that op to be opening up a pick at B, opening up at long, or being in middle. It has to be very mobile. You keep the op in one position, they can abuse places like long or this B tunnels push that Team Flash have been doing pretty consistently over the last couple of rounds. And now they're also going for the hunt. They know that this op is what the entire CTs have to their name. They lose this op and it's over for them. And they're very close. The bomb hasn't even exploded yet, and they are encroaching onto this player, but they don't clear the angle. But Grigorovich, oh my lord, holding their team.
Grigorovich saving Carrie's ass almost as they don't even catch the corner, but that's fine. And like you said, the op needs, as puggy and as scrappy as you can get on Dust 2, the op needs to stay fluid. It needs to stay immobile. And for the last 2 or so rounds, you had you had Lucille just poking towards mid with it, which isn't a bad idea, but the problem is once you get that quad kill, you're almost half expecting them to do the same thing again. Because you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I was honestly kind of surprised that we don't see Lucille and maybe one other player trading spots towards mid and maybe letting Lucille hold long with the op just in case they decided to go for it. But a nice little jump spot by Lucille. They're going to spot the players towards mid. Plex getting the spray, not quite the kill. Oh, how many jump spots are they going to do? Plex finally takes down Noble. Almost caught with his pants down and util out. Oh, and Twinkle Toes. Nice bat towards from middle, the bottom of the mid. Very bottom. Shade and Lucille both taking damage, but they're still alive as well. Jazzy Jess poking towards lower tons. The rest of the T's. Lucille with a nice little close play as well.
This is such a good position from Lucio. After spotting Twinkle Toes towards back of mid, they're not going to be expecting Lucio there, especially if Twinkle Toes just goes back to the B bump side and holds it down. It's with 40 seconds left on the clock, they have to go for a fast-paced play here. And oh my God, Grigorovich misses the first, but lands the no scope.
No scope. Shade gets the trade, and it's all falling apart. 3v2, and the T's are stuck in lower tons. They know there's one. They still know there's one more CT over towards the top of mid. Notorious takes down Jazzy Jess. The snap around is not good enough. Notorious with another kill. That's 2 for him. Twinkle Toes gets 1 to finish the round off, and they have the op as well. So they're able to save that at least.
Absolutely, yeah. It was a really good attempt there. Lucio really kind of almost didn't really lose them the round there, but it gave them an avenue to really work around there. But thankfully, Shade was close by. And once again, the CT side pushes are huge here. Taking map control away from the T's after you've known that they've taken a pick elsewhere is a really good habit to pick up. And you have to be able to, you understand when to do it and why you're doing it.
Another snack strat. Rush B. Notorious and Carry getting trades. Lucio trying to make a little bit of noise with the op. Very close range. Not finding anything. Going to go ahead and smartly back up. Wait for the rest of the CTs to arrive. Plex trying to make something happen out of lower tunnels as well, but gets absolutely denied. Twinkle Toes with another kill into Jordan now, and this post plan is completely falling apart. Friendly Fires might come through with this as well. Carry trying to carry the team. Jazzy Jess with that's 2 more, and it's all to carry in a 1v1, and the headshot comes through. What a disgusting peek.
that round could have gone very differently. Carry played a little bit too, I want to say, afraid, right? Their teammate was taking the engagement out of lower tunnels there. The best play right there, the absolute best play that you could have made was just to swing out and fight alongside with them, especially if the fight was elongated like it was just then. But Carry letting them, win that 1v1, having their utility out, and then going for the swing almost made it impossible for the CT side to win. But thankfully, Carry just hit the nastiest shot to win out that round.
God, some of those peaks are absolutely diabolical. We see Lucille trying to make some more noise towards mid. Gets one, traded out by thanks to Gregorovich. But that's more information gained, albeit still early round for the CTs. Shade and Noble both taking a lot of damage towards the top of long. Jordan, the 1-2 taps. Definitely putting some damage across the board for against the CT side, as they decide to opt to go through tunnels and maybe on a B push.
Going for a B split though here. Look at the bomb coming in from lower tunnels. This is so huge, but without a really good mid to B smoke, this is not going to be bode well for them. Twinkle Toes taken out.
They did not wait for the smoke to bloom either. Another classic blender, but they somehow make it out as well and are able to get the plant down. It's off the Noble and Notorious. It's going to come down to the absolute thinnest wire.
It's well sent to 10 Smokey. So this can really make or break whoever wins this out. Both teams' economy are pretty low.
Yeah, it looks like CT is going to go save.
I think it's a smart play too.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of utility. They got a single flash, a single frag, and with how much HP the rest of the team flash has, there's no real use for it.
Just smoke. A smoke is generally needed for a B side retake, just to smoke out that tunnels. And you should be using at least 1 or 2 flashes just to help you guys get into there. But you also have that deadly crossfire from Car and in the middle of site there where you plant by default. It's such a really good crossfire, especially when that Windows player can't really see much. And you force them to really swing out wide to even get the kill in the first place. So just having a good crossfire there is always going to be really good. But the fact that it's the idea that it can possibly be put into play in that moment that really deters the CTs to not go for the retake, despite being 3 men down and having low HP. The first tactical timeout of this game too as well. They have 4, or I believe it's 3. I still think it's 4 tactical timeouts remaining. Overall, just throughout the entire season that any team can use there. So they're going to be talking about what they want to do with this coming round. If they want to play for overtime, if they want to just save, if they want to have these pistols just save, or if they want to invest into it as well.
Yeah, because Noble looks like bought for maybe Notorious. And it looks like they're going to go for rifles and 1 MP9 for Shade. And Shade's been pretty aggressive towards some of these plays.
They're also 22 and 15, so they if you're gonna give an aggressive player a chance, it's going to be with the MP9.
Armor across the board and 3 kits as well. So in case they do need to go for the retake, they had the option to do a delayed retake, especially with all the util they've gotten. Flashes out towards long, just 1. Jazzy Jess going to go and poke with the AK. Oh, bad molly of the Car. Gonna get quickly smoked off. No one falling just yet. Okay, Locio poking out, and Shade gets a blinded trade onto Carry. And that's a quick 4v4 as the rest of these T's decide to go for a quick crossover and onto site. Jazzy Jess knows exactly where they're at. A quick 1-2 taps don't come into their favor. Twinkle Toes taking down Jazzy Jess all the way from Cat. But Gregorovich up and at it. Can't get the bomb plant either, but that's okay. Plenty of time to go. Just waiting for the pokes from Cat. Twinkle Toes getting very squished. Down to 21 HP. Getting flashed. Think better of it. Gonna go and smoke off CT.
It was a little bit too deep.
Oh no! Shade with the frag onto Gregorovich as well. And this is kind of falling apart for this T side. Jordan Watt somehow defending the site with his very life. And it's all up to Shade now. Shade's got a double so far in an AK. Can they make it a quad? They can make it a triple. Oh no, and Plex with a beautiful shot at the very back of long. And that's going to be match point for Team Flash.
Yeah, this is not looking good overall. They do have enough money to go for a buy now. That tactical timeout was definitely justified and was used pretty well. It was a really close round. They had the man advantage there. Plex almost let the round slip, but they managed to win out with their incredible aim. After Grigorich gets that thing, or at least they get that Plex gets that kill onto Long, they have to immediately rotate over towards Grigorovich and toss a flash over the far back behind him, just so to help them go for the peak and win out that fight there. But they left it down to the 1v1, and it doesn't matter. They hit the headshots, but Grigorovich with a nice double entry. They're pushing forward here. Another missed molly for Carr. I don't know who they're playing for, but this is set in stone. It's over. Unless Noble and Twinkle Toes have an insane multi-frag, I think it's safe to say that this game is going to be in favor of Team Flash.
Might be. Oh, yeah. Jazzy just get another headshot on Twinkle Toes and is off the Noble with the ugliest M4 skin I've seen in my fucking life. I absolutely hate the Shikanta's fire. Shikanta's fire, ass.
I don't think sorry, I don't speak wrong. Okay.
That's crazy. The only one arguably worse would be Night Terror. I hate the Shikanta's fire. I don't see how people like it.
It's okay to be wrong every so often. It's okay.
I know I may be wrong, but I'll be damn well dead set in my ways.
I may be wrong, but I'll be damn well if I'm incorrect. And it's over for Noble here. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peaks all at the same time on top of being blinded. It was not meant to be, but it was still an overall really good game. The Friendly Fires 10, Team Flash, boasting 13, a really close scoreline and a pretty good second preseason match day.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Jordan and Grigorovich both getting over 20 kills or at least 20 kills or more, and Shade with 25 and 17 at the end of the game. Both teams playing pretty well, all things considered, both having their aggressive, more puggy styles, especially on a puggy map, such as Dust 2. And it's always fun to see, especially in these preseason games where you're still feeling things out and you're still willing to, throw a little bit more to the wall and see what sticks.
Absolutely. A lot of these plays really came down to the wire. It came down to the teams playing, quote unquote, perfect CS there. And even if they didn't make the most optimal play, at the end of the day, all that matters is who wins the round. And if they manage to get 13 before the enemy team does, then it's all that matters. They can look at this demo later on. They can work on their mistakes if they really want to use this preseason demo as a way to keep their core together and build forward on top of that there. So there really is nothing but positives coming from these preseason matches overall in terms of team composition and strat building and building up that strat book as well. There a lot of teams use the preseason as a way to as like semi scrims on top of having to see what kind of players are going to be with them.
Yeah, I think Team Flash and both Friendly Fires had pretty good team cohesion throughout the game. A little bit of messy sometimes on those retakes. And Team Flash had a couple of missed mollies on the car. Might want to, take a look at the playbook and maybe line up some util practices. But besides that, can't really complain. Both sides played their heart out, and in the end, Team Flash came up with the absolute dub.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been us. I've been Nexus, joined by Smokey on the second preseason match day. So, guys, stick around. I do believe the B stream has ended, and we are going to be back Thursday for the final preseason match day, and that is where all the cuts should officially be made. So you might be seeing the final 5 of the team.
Yes, sir. It'll be exciting. I'm very excited for this upcoming Thursday. It will be seeing even more raw Counter-Strike being played, people playing their hearts out trying to make the final 5. And as always, I am your friendly neighborhood bottom fragger Smokey alongside Nexus and our lovely observer, RJ Source, for the night. Appreciate everyone coming out, and I hope you all have a good one.
Bye.